Hello, I'm Ursula Dubosarsky and I write books for children. And I come from Australia. And I'm also the Australian Children's Laureate, which is why I'm wearing this crown of laurel leaves on my head. A laureate is somebody who goes around the place talking to people, especially children, about how fantastic it is to read books. And today, in fact, I'm going to read to you a book. Now, the reason I'm going to read you this book is because of a wonderful idea called Read the World. Read the World. Now, the poor old world is having a tough time at the moment, isn't it? With the coronavirus. All over the world, we're having to stay inside, wash our hands, not see our friends, not go to the park or school or the library or the beach or the cinema or all the things, or play sport or go dancing, all the things that we love to do every day, we can't do at the moment until everybody gets better from this virus. And what Read the World is there's three organisations that have got together. One's called the IPA, which means International Publishers Organisation. Publishers are the people that make all the books that we read. And the other one's called WHO, the WHO, which is the World Health Organisation, which is an organisation which tries to keep us all very healthy all over the world. And the third one is the United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, which is an organisation that is there to help children all over the world. And what they have decided to do is to ask children's writers like me to read aloud a story they've written to children like you all over the world while you're at home wondering when it's all going to be over. Because a fantastic thing that you can do to keep yourself happy and healthy is to read. Now, to keep healthy, you have to exercise and you have to wash your hands and, there's all sorts of things, and you have to eat properly and you have to sleep well at night. That's to keep your body healthy. But you also have to keep your mind or your heart healthy, your spirit healthy. And reading is one of the most wonderful ways that you can do that. Now, I've written lots and lots of books now, and some of them are very short, some of them are very long, and some of them have pictures and some of them don't have pictures, and some of them rhyme and some of them don't rhyme. And I had to decide which book I would read. And I decided I would read you this book here. It's called The Terrible Plop. Now, while I read you this book, you might want, like me, to get a few furry friends to listen to the story. I always like doing that. You see, I've got my beautiful Australian magpie. That's the Laureate magpie, who goes with me wherever I go. And I've also brought here, I've got my little lamb. I've got a little cat. And look, I've got a little baby kangaroo. That's a nice Australian animal that I like. And actually, there's something else I've got here. And if you've got one at home, you might want to go and get it, because it's quite important in the story. It's a lovely, juicy, red apple. Now, this is one of my books that has pictures. The pictures were done by my very good friend, Andrew Joyner. And this is also one of my books that rhymes, which means that words that have words that sound the same. So while I'm reading this book, you might want to listen for some of those rhyming words. Particularly plop is a very good word for rhyming, which is important when you write a rhyming story. Like, hop, stop, drop, shop, cop, mop. Oh, too many. So you listen out for all those rhyming words while I'm reading you this story. And you shout as loud as you like every time I come to the word plop. because it is a good word to shout, I think. Here we go. Here's my story, The Terrible Plop. Six little rabbits down by the lake, munching on carrots and chocolate cake. Got your apple? Next to the lake, you've got to pretend to be a tree. Hold your apple and pretend you're a tree. Next to the lake, in a tree, up high. There's the tree's branch. Oh, there it is. A round red apple swings in the sky. Suddenly comes a terrible... Drop your apple. Plop! Oops. Have to find that later. Up jump the rabbits. Sorry, there's the plop. Did you shout plop? Up jump the rabbits. Hop, hop, hop. They shout to each other. Run, don't stop. We must get away from the terrible plop. Wait, little rabbits, calls the fox as they pass. Where are you hopping to so very fast? But the rabbits cry back, we cannot stop. We must get away from the terrible plop. The terrible plop, thinks the fox in fear. Maybe I'd better get out of here. Goodbye, friend monkey, I cannot stop. I must get away from the terrible plop. And he runs with the rabbits, the monkey and the cat, the pig and the elephant, the tiger and the bat. I could have written rat, but for some reason I wrote bat. Oh, this is a good picture. Soon all of the animals, can you see them all? One by one. Out of the forest they come at a run. Out comes the leopard. Out comes the goose. Out comes the antelope. Out comes the moose. There's a kangaroo. They do not stay. They do not stop. They run, run, run from the terrible plop. At last they come to a big brown bear, sunning himself on a folding chair. What's this? Says the big brown bear with a frown. Where are you running to? Stop. Slow down. No, brown bear, we cannot stop. We must get away from the terrible plop. Ah, the terrible plop. What do I care about a silly old plop? Yawns the big brown bear. Oh no, brown bear, they cry, you're wrong. The plop is fierce, the plop is strong. It's coming to get us, it's coming, you'll see. What? Growls the brown bear. Stronger than me? He's not very happy about that. And he grabs with his paw at the one coming last, the littlest rabbit who's not very fast, the littlest rabbit with the littlest hop, but the greatest fear of the terrible plop. Now, little rabbit, you show me where is the place of the plop, snarls the big brown bear. Oh, please, big bear, don't make me go. I'm very afraid of the plop, you know. Scary picture warning. But the bear roars back, you show me where, or I'll eat you up, roars the big brown bear. Poor little little rabbit. Blink, blink, blink. Poor little rabbit. Think, think, think. I'm afraid of the plop. I'm afraid of the bear. But the bear is here, and the plop is there. What's he going to do? Brave little rabbit. Hop, hop, hop. Back to the lake and the terrible plop. You can hop like a rabbit. Big brown bear slowly comes to a stop. So where, says the bear, is this terrible plop? I've got to find my apple now. Oh, here it is. Have you got your apple? I found mine. Wasn't too far away. Got to turn the page. The sun is soft. The water is still. An evening wind rolls down from the hill. Tall and dark stands the big brown bear, dark and strong, with his nose in the air. Next to the lake, in a tree up high, a round red apple swings in the sky. Suddenly comes a terrible plop. But this time the rabbit does not hop. The wind rolls down from the top of the hill. But this time the littlest rabbit sits still and turns to speak to the big brown bear. But the big brown bear is not there. Can you see where he is? He's a bit of a chicken. I think he might be scared. The rabbit calls out to the big brown bear. Where are you going to, bear? Oh, where? This is actually my favourite picture in the whole thing. But the bear calls back. I cannot stop. Quick, it's coming. The terrible plop. What a stressed out bear. He was so mean before, but he's so very stressed in that picture. He's scared, isn't he? One little rabbit down by the lake, happily munching on chocolate cake. All this running should really stop. Who's afraid of a silly old plop? Now that is the end of the story. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope you get to read lots of other books and listen to lots of other stories. I just wonder though, hands up if you think the terrible plop was a big scary monster. I wonder who thinks it might have been something else. There's only one place in the book that tells you what the plop is. Well, it doesn't even tell you really. It just gives you a kind of a hint because it is a bit of a mystery. This picture here. Because the words don't tell you, but the pictures do. Now you might want to draw a picture yourself of the terrible plop. Some children have sent me beautiful drawings of the terrible plop. Look at this fantastic one from Joe. It's a bit scary. Look at that. Big scary bear. Scared rabbit. Look at his claws. Fortunately, the sun is still shining in the corner there. That is by Joe. And then this one I thought you might like to see. This is by someone called Ursula. And look at this. This is a clever drawing, isn't it? She's just got the apple tree and a lake. And can you see there's something in the lake that she's scribbled over with blue water? I love to draw and I love to write, and I think they're both fantastic things to do when you're sitting at home wondering what to do next. So that's also a great thing about reading stories and listening to stories, is it gives you lots and lots of ideas for your own stories. So thank you so much for listening. I hope everybody has enjoyed the story. And thank you so much to the IPA and WHO and UNICEF for asking me to be part of this wonderful project. Read the world. And I challenge all the other children's writers out there. There's actually thousands of wonderful children's writers all over the world and illustrators. And I think it would be fantastic if more and more and more and more of them would make a video of themselves reading a story, so that there are, in the end, thousands of stories for children to read, to listen to, and to read. They might have them at home during this period while we're waiting for our world and all the people in it to get better. So keep safe, wash your hands, cough into your elbow, do some exercise, and keep happy, and definitely keep reading. Bye-bye.